Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, lumpies and germs, and welcome to the first episode of LS16 Plays F1 Manager 23. Now, I have been playing this in my own time, so I've been doing this sort of in my own thing. As you can see, I've been playing the Alpine career, and if you're on my Twitter, you've occasionally seen me update about it. But I have decided to begin again. I'm going to upload this, not only is this going to be streamed to Twitch, I'm also going to be uploading this to my YouTube account and just sort of keeping track. We're only going to do one race per stream, but we are going to start again, and as you can tell by the title, we are going to be starting with Alfa Romeo. So let's
Formula
load
One,
up.
the pinnacle of motorsport. With a global audience and drama to match, all the attention is now on race circuits around the world, waiting for the start of the fastest show on Earth. Last year's regulation changes saw closer on-track battles. Anyone expecting a smooth ride from the 2023 season is in for a shock. With a shake-up in the paddock resulting in the signing of several new team principals, F1 is primed and ready to light up the world stage. Team principals will already be talking tactics, boosting the confidence of their drivers and ensuring their pit crews make those box times as tight as possible. With a new era of racing now well underway, more teams than ever will be vying for points, podiums, and a chance at the championship. This is Formula One.
Yeah, it is Formula One indeed. I do like the intro. I think that intro is great. Crofty does a good job there.
Red Bull took the F1.
We're going to be doing Alfa Romeo.
Showed off their fighting spirit in 2022, battling their way to 6th in the Constructors' Championship, with an all-new driver pairing of Valtteri Bottas and Zhou Guanyu. The pair have proven they've got what it takes, and in 2023, they'll be returning to the track and looking to push their way back up the grid. The Hinville team begin the new season expecting to face tough competition from those battling it out in a very tight midfield.
Aston Martin for the win. Oh, yes, Big Will, yes. Well, they are very strong in this game, especially in the first season. I will say, though, they didn't look quite as strong in Season 2. And in Season 3, it's quite mixed up. Like, in my third season of Alpine, like, Red Bull is still the top, Ferrari is still very strong, but then Mercedes, Aston, myself, Alpine, and then McLaren have also got themselves into that fight as well. So, yeah, it's interesting how this can evolve. Alfa Romeo, from what I've seen in my the development like McLaren really do develop into a stronger midfield team after what is obviously a very difficult start for them. From what I've seen in my Alpine career, oh, let me turn these notifications off. Sorry. From what I've seen from my Alpine career, Alfa Romeo and AlphaTauri are sort of the weakest teams, but Alfa Romeo do have Valtteri Bottas, which is one of the stronger drivers like on the grid, and that's sort of the advantage they have over AlphaTauri. So starting with Alfa Romeo, points are going to be very difficult. Thank you very much, Jake, for the follow. Appreciated it, lad. So yeah, it's going to be tricky, but we'll see what we can do with Alfa Romeo. Like I said, I'm going to do one race per stream. Obviously, we will make it last for long. Yeah, I am, of course, your champion. Yeah, the XLW champion in the house, now taking a team principal role. That's my name. Oh, you can actually... And look at... This is a new thing as well. They just updated the game. They've got a career difficulty. Consistent car development projects will be required. An in-depth approach to car development projects will be required to develop your car at a competitive rate. A demanding challenge. Other teams will use a range of strategic and tactical approaches. Other teams will be highly intelligent and aggressively efficient with their strategies. So we are going to go for this. We're going to go full-on hard mode on both car development and race strategy. Now, I'm very much an experienced manager. I do not need any help. So, let's got it. I'm good, mate. How are you? I'm doing very good, mate. I'm doing wonderfully. And so it begins. Alfa Romeo. Right. So that's where we stand then. Alfa Romeo. So the season objective, we're going to have to check everything then. If this is really a hard mode, we are going to have to check everything. So board confidence. So we need to go for 8th or above in the constructors. That is our goal. Harder, easier said than done. I'll tell you that much. Podium contender is the long-term objective. So that's to get 6 podiums in a season. But we have until 2027 to get that. So we've got quite a while. So we don't have to worry about that. We've got a season budget of 52,500,000. Got initial payment 6,300. So not a big initial payment. But then we have got a monthly payment of 4.2 million. So that's not too bad. Yeah, team rating fairly low. No surprise. And obviously we've just started, so yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna just have to try and do our best and see where we stand on things. So if we look at the facilities, I get the thing. Yeah, our facilities aren't great. We have a bit okay design center. Don't even have a team hub. Wow, that's not good. No board. Wow. Okay, so Alfa Romeo's facilities are lacking. Very much lacking. Probably need to get scouting as well. Okay, so let's have a look at our stuff. We've got... Okay, Bjorn Beck is a decent race engineer. But other than that, fairly average. And unfortunately, all fairly... Well, we've got... The head of aero is out of contract this year. But the rest of them all got 3 or 4 years left. Well, the sporting director's only got a year left, so that he's out of contract as well. Bottas, we've still got 3 years left, so that's really good for us. Bottas is one of the stronger drivers, at least to begin with. So he's going to be very instrumental, I think. Is there an option to sign new drivers? There absolutely is an option to sign new drivers. Like, when we look at Zhou Guanyu, like his contract is up at the end of this year. So, yeah, we will definitely be looking at potentially replacing him. See if we can get a stronger driver for next season. But we'll see how we go. Obviously, you know, costs are something that we have to consider as well. As for the car, yeah, I have a feeling this is not going to be great. No, look at that. I do generally think we might have one. I think we might have the worst car on the grid. We may have the worst car on the grid. Oh, God. I think AlphaTauri is probably the one to compare it to, and yeah, look at that. We are worse in every aspect except medium speed, which luckily, medium speed is what's needed for... But yeah, I don't think any other... Yeah, every other team is going to be stronger than us. Yeah, oh dear, this is... Oh God, we have easily got the worst car on the grid. Oh dear. Alfa Romeo in real life... I don't think they're doing brilliantly IRL. I don't think they're last. Let me have a quick look at the... They got a really good result in the last round in Qatar. They got 8th and 9th, which was, like, really good for them. Yeah, constructor-wise, they are currently sitting 8th place in the constructors on 16 points, ahead of Haas, who have 12, and AlphaTauri, who have 5. Williams have 23. So they're in a fight for 7th in the constructors, but Williams usually are better. Like Albon, or at least Albon usually is better. But yeah, this is going to be difficult, no doubt about it. Hi Mark, welcome to Alfa Romeo. It's very exciting to have you on board. We're looking forward to taking on the season under your leadership. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so that's the pre-season test results. So we really need to start working on things, but the question is what to work on. Let's have a look at the car. We can actually look at each car part in detail, so you can see like 19th, 19th, 19th. Yeah, the chassis is really bad. The front wing's got some decent medium speed. Oh God, the rear wing is not great. The side pods are awful. Yeah, so basically, what we're seeing here is everything is awful. The Alfa Romeo is an awful car, and I think the only thing we've really got, I mean, the engine's not bad. The engine is alright. That's it. That's the only thing we have really on our side. So we need to get manufacturing, we need to get designing, I should say, parts immediately. Now we have 5.7 CFD hours, so let's go with yeah, we'll go 1.9. So I'm going to do like 3. So if we split it by 3, so 1.9 and then 3 for this one. 26. Yeah, so it'll be 26 for this one, and then 25 for the next 2 that we make. And I think the chassis is we'll try and work on this first and just keep going from there. So this is the problem though, I don't know how many engineers we have. 10. So we can only really do 2 projects at a time. I think we're going to go for okay, so let's have a look at these approaches as well. Normal is basically the finish the project as soon as they can without rushing. They'll rush. If you rush, they'll do it like faster, but it'll cost a little more. And then intense, they'll actually grow. They'll actually get a better. I think we should go for an intense because we need to just get our engineers sort of better at this. But first and first, we need to decide what we're actually going to work on. Now, what we definitely need to do is reduce this weight a little bit. 5 to 10 races would be fine. I think we can go for that. Yeah. We'll see what we can do. So, yeah. So... this is the problem though, it's not really much we can do to improve. That's the only thing we can really do is sort of just keep improving things a little bit. And then yeah, just... so yeah, we're going to go for an intense approach to try and get the expertise higher. I wish you understood all this. It is complicated. It's very complicated, but if you can get it right, it's very rewarding. So yeah. So obviously we do have to consider the cost cap as well. I'll design another part and I'll go into more detail on that. We're going to do the side pods, I think, because they weren't exactly great. So again, we're going to go for 1.9 and then 25 wind tunnel hours. Okay, so what do we need to work on here? More. So medium speed is sort of the Alfa Romeo's only real strength. Okay, so we'll go with that. See how we can do with that. Oh yeah, we got to reduce the weight a bit as well. Now, we don't want this to go too low, so we'll go to, yeah, that. And then we'll put 5 engineers on it, and once again, intense approach to hope to get it. So, yeah, not much else we can do. The cost cap is like football, or is it way less? Okay, so let's go and have a look at the cost cap, which is this. So, the cost cap, as you can see, the cap for the whole season is 139,200,000. And so far we have spent 24 million of it, which have been in like car parts, staff salary, facilities, etc, etc. Now, I believe not building the facilities themselves don't actually come out of the cost cap, but I think maintaining the facilities will come out of the cost cap, something like that. So, we've got a lot to play with, but the problem is Alfa Romeo do not exactly have the biggest budget. So the chances are we're probably not even going to get close to breaking that, but, you know, that's how much we've got to play with. Yeah, essentially, yeah. It's supposed to sort of... the idea is that it's so that every team has to spend the same amount and it should like help the other teams, but it sometimes works, it sometimes doesn't, in all honesty. There's not really much else to say on that one. Anyway, we should actually get scouting as well. Now, who are we actually... so we need to scout potentially a replacement driver for Joe, and we should also scout a head of aerodynamics, because he's out of contract as well, and also a sporting director. But I think we only have a couple of scouts, I believe. So the easy thing to do here, so this is what I was saying as well. Valtteri Bottas, 86 rated. That's actually a very strong driver. So he may be the only thing that really keeps us potentially in fighting form against like AlphaTauri, because AlphaTauri they've only got Yuki Tsunoda, who's 79 rated, and they've got Nick De Vries, who is 76 rated. So we have the advantage in drivers, but they have the advantage of the car. Clearly. Now, Zhou Guanyu, we should potentially scout some drivers to potentially replace Zhou later on. Now, obviously, these guys are not going to be interested. It's only going to be teams from like... So Ricciardo might be a potential idea. Magnussen, potentially. Albon could be an idea to... But obviously, we have to scout them and see what their contracts look like, of course, as well. It's just down to who you want, Mark. What you're looking at for your team. Yeah, so... What I'm going to do, I'm gonna give a scout out to... Let's scout Daniel Ricciardo and see what his contract looks like. And we'll also scout ahead of Aero, since ours, as you can see, 79 rated. Problem is, none of these guys are interested. So that's a problem. The fact that no one else is interested in us is an issue. What about sporting director? Could get AlphaTauri sporting director. He'd definitely be better than ours. So we'll scout out Marco Perone and see if he's interested. Anyway, but yeah, we've only got 2 scouts because that's again a limit of the scouting department. If you want to do more, you have to upgrade. You do need to work potentially on facility development as well, because this is just not good enough, really. The problem is we do not have the budget really for some of these expensive ones. 7 million. It's just, we just can't. Stuff like this though, Team Hub, we can definitely build that. So we'll build on that. We can definitely build a boardroom. And we can definitely build a hospitality area. We may as well build this stuff because it's all stuff that will be helpful. 240,000, we can build that. We can build a memorabilia room, definitely. And we can definitely build a tour centre. But that's it. We can't really go upgrading stuff. We can build stuff, we can't really go upgrading things yet. Okay, so that's all on work, and we've checked things out. We've got car parts in development. So, not much else we can do other than progress. Like I said, so obviously Bahrain is the first round of the season. We're expecting a 2-stop strategy, soft, medium. There's this F1 game on mobile called F1 Clash, and it's fun and good to be honest like this, but you just focus on the car. Yeah, I played that, and it is basically a dumbed down version of this. This is basically more for those. This is more of an intense sort of version of it. It's definitely my preferred way, but yeah. Anyway, let's just get through because we've got nothing else to really do yet. Although there is actually one thing we should have a look at. So these are our staffs, yeah. Sponsor obligations, they've already negotiated, so we don't do that this season. But next season we might do that. With the sound of screeching tyres, the time has come for a brand new season of Formula 1. Last year we watched as Red Bull secured the Constructors' Championship with Max Verstappen accelerating the victory in the Drivers' Championship. As the teams are revving up for another action-packed season, get ready for drama, intense battles and fierce rivalries. It's impossible to know who will come out on top, but one thing's for sure, it's set to be one of the greatest years of Formula 1 yet. Well, we'll see about that, won't we? Anyway, we got a couple of things already constructed. Yeah, these things don't take long to make, so I didn't see any harm in building them. There is actually something we should also do, because obviously we have to look at our drivers. Where are they weakest at? So obviously in Bottas' case, his adaptability is not great, and his smoothness is not great. So they're sort of the areas we need to focus on. So I would say wet track and long run pace. So we can actually focus on that. Now, admittedly, Bottas being 33, his development rate isn't going to be strong. But we can at least have him focus potentially on those areas. So if we have him focus on long run pace to try and get that smoothness and adaptability up, it will also help with his cornering reactions. So it's like you can sort of focus on what you want to improve about each driver, which is pretty cool. As for Zhou, yeah, his pace is the issue, really. I mean, other stuff isn't great, but we just need his pace to get higher. So cornering, braking, and reactions, and yeah. So I think we'll just focus on short run pace for Zhou, just to try and get him a little faster. Like, there's no point. I know there's people that sometimes try to break contracts quickly. I do not believe in that philosophy. I generally believe there's no point in breaking contracts. Like, obviously, this guy's not even actually a real driver. I think they just put him there for reasons. But obviously, we'll be looking to get a better reserve driver after the season as well. But in my opinion, there's no point breaking contracts straight away. You might as well just let them ride out. You can always, you know, focus on what you're going to do next season. Okay, so the ATR period is ending soon. So we do still have... makes me wonder if maybe I should have put a bit more hours into that, but we do still have things going. Yeah, damn it, we should have done, because I don't. The period is going to end after Bahrain. I should have just put every hour into those two fucking parts, because it's going to go to waste now. That's on me. I should have checked that. That's fine though. No harm done. Anyway, so we're just going to progress onwards. There's nothing else we can really do. Although you do occasionally get interrupted with things such as this driver development update. So it tells us Bottas and Zhou haven't improved at all. Reserve driver got a bit more adaptability, but it doesn't really matter. And then we actually have to do our training schedule. So this is another new element of F1 Manager 23, which is the pit schedule, which is basically a case of improving your pit stops and improving your efficiency, so to speak. Now, obviously, we've got Bahrain here, and then we've got things, but we can actually change all of this if we want to. We can basically make it so we do whatever we want. So what I'm going to do here, just want to see if we can do that and still get away with... No, okay, so we just have that as rest there, so that they are going to be fully rested for Grand Prix. Yeah, always sort of change these around, you know, how you want it to. I tried to focus on certain things just to... So obviously, yeah, they're working on the jacks there. So that's getting everything higher. And then you start to focus on gym training. So basically, the drills will help you with your attributes and reduce the chance of mistakes, while the gym training will actually reduce the overall stop time. So you want to focus on both, obviously. And then you've also got car building there, which is like how quickly it takes to change, you know, how quickly it takes to build and shit like that. So yeah, yeah, I think I'm fairly happy with that. Although I think we should maybe work on resting a little bit more there. We need to make sure our crew are not fatigued going into Grand Prix weekends. No, so I think we just go with that. And then I actually think we should take a few of these off as well. I very much firmly believe in making sure the crew is fully rested before going into race weekends. So yeah. So that actually we might be able to. If we change that, gym training's a little more intense than the other two options. So Yeah, gym training will always exhaust a bit more than car building and pit stop drills. So always keep that in mind. Anyway, that'll do. I'm happy with that. That'll make sure we're always rested before we get to each race weekend. Speaking of which, we should be, once we've got a few more construction things done, we should be about ready to move on to our first race weekend. Now, as you've seen, obviously we don't have a very good car, which this isn't going to be, we're definitely not going to be covered in glory today, that's for damn sure. It's saying if we could get one driver in the top 15, that would be, maybe we can push for at least one to make Q2. Bottas might be able to do it, just have to wait and see. But definitely Q3 is going to be beyond us. I don't know if we can really do any quali streaks. I daren't even risk a quali streak right now, because basically the idea here is you make guarantees of what you think you can do. If you get them, you get a little bit more reward from your sponsor. If you fail, they will actually take some of their money away. So yeah, obviously you got to be careful what you do. With Alpine, I was able to always guarantee like Q2 appearances usually, because unless something really madly bad happened, usually you would make Q2. But with Alfa Romeo, it's not a guarantee. We can maybe try and risk that Bottas might be able to pull it out for us, but I think it's going to depend on how good we do our car setup. But yeah, this is going to be difficult. I am anticipating a tricky time of things, let's be honest. Anyway, enough talking. Let's move on to our first weekend, which will be the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Here we go, folks. F1 returns, starting here in Bahrain. As we start a brand new season, the slate is wiped clean, and all 20 drivers prepare to make an instant impact ahead of an exciting year. The Bahrain International Circuit is a challenging track, and the cars routinely have to brake from high gear to low to take the narrow turns. With the need for downhill braking, the risk of locking up is one drivers will need to manage. It's all about focus and balance to get victory here. Williams are taking a gamble this weekend on a new driver. But you have to ask, will it pay off? What will happen this weekend? Only time will tell.
Only time will tell indeed. Taking a gamble on a new driver. Interesting. But yeah, time for practice. Now I should be honest with you. Who is Williams' new driver? I don't know, because obviously I assume they're talking about Logan Sargent, because obviously this is technically his debut in this season. So I guess that's what they're talking about, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, we will get on with this now. If we wanted to, we could do a thing where we, before P1 you can have the reserve driver taken, but obviously I have no plans to use that guy because I don't even know who. I think it's just a randomer thrown in there. But anyway, yeah, we also have to look for things. Obviously, this is the tyre allocations we have. Every practice session, they will take 2 tyres away. At least on a normal race weekend. So we may as well use both. Because if you remember what we saw in the reports, where it said the expected strategies, soft, medium, the hards are likely not going to see much use. So I think we'll just get these hard tyres out of the way in practice 1. Now, this is the setup little sort of thing. You got to sort of experiment with different things and just try and see what works. You have until practice 3 ends to try and get it all right. And then, yeah, just sort of try and see what sticks and just change things around. This is what I usually do, just sort of start with that. I'll put 20 laps of fuel in just to make sure that we can do it, because basically they need a certain amount of time to work things out, what they think was working and what's not working. But yeah, That's all you do. And I should be honest, I speed through these practices. There's no point in like watching everything happen in this practice. But yeah, we're going. We are underway. Yeah, so yeah, Williams. It was talking about Logan Sargent because obviously this is technically Logan Sargent's debut season, isn't it? Same with Nick De Vries in AlphaTauri. It's not the case for us, obviously, but we'll send Bottas out first. Might as well get going straight away with a number 77 going out there.
Okay, that's loud and clear for me too.
Yep, and we'll send Joe out as well. We can hear his radio chat. I like that. I like that the sort of little attention to details. They have a little message for this for every driver, even the ones that aren't normally on the grid.
Radio check.
Radio check.
Radio check, loud and clear.
Right. So yeah, we're just going to speed through this and sort of Bottas and Joe will just sort of go around along with the other drivers, sort of just doing laps and basically. You see the 0 to 5 numbers. That's basically them working out what works on each car with the parameters that we're doing. I wouldn't worry about lap times right now. It's just, yeah, it's just sort of doing what we need to do. We're just getting the laps in to work out what works and what doesn't. And you can see, obviously, you know, there's the percentages. You want to get that track acclimatization up to 100% by the end of it so that they are fully used to the track. And then the green icon is for the parts. So every part, they are learning how it feels. And the higher that is, the more confident the drivers will feel. And both drivers will sort of contribute to that, whereas they can contribute to their own track acclimatization. Yeah, just carrying on. Understandably, we are not going to be very quick. We are very slow at the moment, but it's understandable. There was a yellow flag, but... Ooh.
All okay with the car, Joe?
It's okay with my car so far.
Copy, loud and clear.
Okay, so the satisfaction is good. Oh.
I really did a big mistake.
Oh, yeah, Rose just had a bit of an off. You can actually have a look.
So let's take a look at the replay. Now here we are at the final corner. Oh, and the car locks up. And hopefully there's not too much damage to the tyres.
Well, better to do it now than the actual race, so that's fine. But, yeah, just carrying on.
So I'll take some quick comments.
I really struggled, just couldn't go any faster.
Copy.
Yeah, so Bottas is not as happy with the setup as Joe is. But that's no harm done. We'll call them back in a minute. Oh, same corner, Joe again. He's done it twice now. Come on, man. I know it's only practice one, but Jesus Christ. Alright, so I'm going to call these guys in now, because I think we can do. I usually get them to around 17-18%, because that's sort of like when you can... Basically, you want them to get sort of like 33 to 34% each session. That way, they should be to 100% by the end of practice 3. That's the way I go for it. Anyway, so as we can see here, oversteering, braking, and traction okay, but the cornering and the straights, not so good. So we need to lower that significantly. No, need to lower the downforce significantly, because clearly they need a bit more. And I don't actually know if they need less oversteer or more oversteer, but we're going to go that way and see what we get. We're going to go with that for now and see. And again, it's just a case of sending them back out there and going again. We're going to send them out on soft tyres this time. So I'm going to use one set of hards and then one set of softs. And we'll do the same thing for Joe as well. Okay, so he's actually got optimal traction. So we need to make sure we keep that traction in that zone. Everything else, though, same deal. We are going to have to play around a bit. But knowing that the traction is fairly good, we don't want to go too crazy. And I do wonder if Do that. Do that. Oh, the problem is the braking isn't... It's making me wonder if maybe it needs to go the other way on the things. So we do that. And do that. Oh yeah, we're going to go with that and see how that goes. Again, it is just a case of experimenting. The more laps you do, the more they'll be sure what they are on. So yeah, it's just basically that. Anyway, so this is what the car building is about. Obviously, you saw from the pit surfing. The better you are, the less time it will take to reconfigure the car and get it all sorted. But yeah, Bottas is ready. So we'll send him out for his next run. And we'll do the same for Joe. And then I'm back out there, getting the laps in, getting the mileage, getting used to the setup and seeing what they think is good and what works and what doesn't. And yeah, like I said, I just speed through these practice sessions. There's no point in watching every little thing. Obviously, I watched Joe doing his little lockups, but otherwise, let's hope Joe cuts it out by the time we get to qualifying. Hopefully, he'll get those errors out of him. It's always, I know it can seem like a pain to do these practices, but trust me, it's always worth doing the practices because getting the setup right is so crucial. And I feel like on hard mode, that is going to be even doubly so. Like, with the hard mode difficulty now a thing, you've got to make sure you're on it. If you're not on it, you are probably not going to be doing very well. So yeah, just got to make sure we carry on and keep going on it. Yeah, I think that'll be nearly done in a bit. Also, another thing to consider is... Oh. Okay, so great satisfaction for Bottas, so that's definitely an improvement. Hello, Naomi, how you doing? So yeah, an improvement there for Bottas. Another thing to consider as well, though, is obviously powertrain life cycles. 97%. So obviously, the more miles you do, the more you're going to be wearing those out. So always make sure not to overstep things. Ah, that's good. Good to see you doing good. We'll carry on. Like I said, get the Bottas to around 30-34. Joe's still okay, but not quite as satisfied with things as Bottas is now. So that's fair enough. We'll just have to keep experimenting as we move into practice 2. And we will call Bottas in now. And we'll call Joe in too. And we'll just let practice 1 come to an end. Why am I not in bed? It's only 6 p.m. It's not that late. It's only 6 p.m. here in England. Why would I be in bed now? I'm alright. I'm fine. I really don't need to go to bed. Trust me, I am fine. Well, no. I'm not going to bed. Anyway, so yeah, Carlos Sainz fastest in that practice session. We're finished 16th, 17th, but wouldn't take too much solace in that, considering... Oh, don't know what's going on with the Discord, but fair enough. So, yeah, so 81% for Bottas, 73% for Joe. Okay. So we'll carry on to practice 2. So we're getting there on the straights. Maybe only need a couple more things changing. Okay. And the question is, do we need more downforce or less? I'll say more for that bit. And then if we just sort of do that. Do that, and then we lower that bit. Yeah, that work. We'll go with that and see how that goes. Again, it's just experimenting, basically. Yeah, but 20 laps in again. Go out on the mediums this time to begin with. As for Joe, okay, we definitely went the wrong way with the oversteer, but that's fine. That's no problemo. No, the cornering sort of around that area. Okay. Trying to fiddle around with things, get things working how they should be. We'll give that a try, see how that goes. And then, yeah, 100% on each. And we'll get it through the practice too. And do the same thing, just speed through it. No point talking your ear off, but just get back going again. And again, just sort of letting them do their thing, work things out, get ourselves prepared for the qualifying session. Yes, he runs wide. That's fair enough. So obviously, like I said, I've been doing the Alpine career as well in my own time. I'm on season 3 in that one. This was obviously before the difficulty thing came in though, so obviously I presume that would have been on normal difficulty. Came 4th in season 1. Season 2 I managed 3rd, more comfortably as well. I guess the goal is 2nd, but I don't know, the car hasn't really felt like it's competitive enough so far in my Alpine career, so just gonna have to hope that I can maybe change that going into the season. So that's gonna be interesting. So I'm gonna be doing that in my own time, obviously. This one is going onto YouTube, so it's sort of like a race per stream sort of thing. That sort of deal. And Joe's looking okay with the car, which is good. So he's happy. But not quite on optimal yet. Optimal is what we aim for. Great works, but we want to get for optimal feeling with each driver. And in Bottas' case, we've actually made it worse. He doesn't seem as happy as he was in practice 1. It's not ideal. Definitely not ideal. But anyway, let's call Joe and Bottas both in. Call them in and get everything to change. What have we gone? Okay, so we went the wrong way on straights then. So we actually need to go like that, do we? Which also means we need to increase that. Need to increase that. We also need to increase the anti-roll. So yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that and see how that goes. And obviously we still got one more practice session afterwards to fiddle around with things. As for Joe, how are we looking on Joe's side? Okay, not quite there with the straights, but getting there. Cornering and traction are optimal, so we don't want to change too much with that. So maybe go with that. Yeah. Oh, we don't want to make too many big changes. The braking stability needs to change though. So we'll go with that. And we'll see how that's looking after the next runs. Like I said, it's best not to focus on lap times in practice. I know it's something we always hear in real life, and it's very much true. Ooh, Bottas with a lockup. That was at turn 4. Definitely a different place to where Joe locked up, so not ideal. But it's fine. No problemo. Just carry on, speed through things, let them do their thing. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. So I'm singing "Do Your Fang" from Need for Speed Most Wanted. I don't know. I've actually downloaded
Here we've got a yellow flag.
a mod for the Redux mod for Need for Speed Most Wanted. I've been thinking about streaming that sometimes soon as well. Maybe Maybe on a different day to this. This is obviously, like I said, this is going to go on YouTube. This is going to be a sort of series I'm going to try and make a thing of. So we'll see if we can get that thing going. Anyway, just carrying on through the practice. Hopefully we should... Oh! Bottas, you okay? Just another lockup? Okay, yeah, just another lockup. No damage, thankfully. The always worrying thing is, like, if they lock up and go into a wall, but obviously Bahrain, quite an open track. It's pretty hard to crash into a wall. Not impossible, but hard. Yeah, this time it's Bottas having the lockups in this session. It was Zhou doing it earlier in practice one.
Yellow flag.
Look at her having a spin though, so it's not just us having the mistakes then. And obviously that's another thing to keep in mind. Tyre temperature, very much a thing to focus on as well. It's more something to worry about in the race.
All okay with the car short.
We can keep it like this.
Copy.
Yep. Oh.
So I'll take some quick comments.
Yeah, all good from my side here.
Copy.
But yeah, obviously in the race, obviously tyre temperature's going to be crucial to manage as well, because if you overheat the tyres too much, not only will you lose some performance, but you might end up losing tyre life as well. It's one of those things I can show you when we actually get into the race, how it's looking. But for now, practice 2 is done. And this time it was Perez fastest. It was Sainz fastest in FP1. This time it's Perez fastest. Okay, so Zhou's on 96%, so he's quite close. Bottas 87%, so not too far off. Got one more session. So let's see if we can get these guys. Okay, so he's great in everything, but there's just a couple things perhaps lacking. So if we try that, that might work. We'll see if that works for Bottas. Obviously, we're running out of time though, so we will have to hope that we get this setup nailed in this session. Otherwise, we'll just have to go whatever we're most comfortable with. As for Zhou, very nearly perfect. Just needs a little bit of tweaking on the braking stability and oversteer. We might just about have that nailed for Zhou. So we'll see if we can get that sorted. Yeah, let's carry on. Final practice session before qualifying.
Okay, that's the green light now.
So obviously you can see as well they're at 76 and 78% on the track acclimatization, so that means they're almost pretty much in sync with the track. That's what you've got to try and get them to. You've got to get them as in sync as possible. As for the car parts, 54%. So obviously the car being, you know, straight out the box, they've got to get used to the parts. But then obviously when we have the new parts that we've got the designs going in for, they will basically have to start again with those parts. So yeah, it's complicated, but you get used to it. Once you know, it runs in a certain way. Once you get used to things, it's just making sure you are as efficient as you can be with everything. Obviously in terms of practice, there's not much you can do. You just have to keep experimenting with the setup and just hope for the best. But we can check other things as well, like obviously how they're doing on things. We've got the car condition things, which are fine. Track details, this is obviously the case of like grip, rubber, water. It's Bahrain, it's a desert, there's very little chance it's going to rain here. So yeah, we expect this to very much be a dry race. You can see the air and track temperature as well. That will affect things like, as you can see, tyre cooling, water evaporation, and car cooling. So obviously if it's hotter, it gets harder to manage those sort of things. But then if it's too cold, it can also be tricky to manage as well, because you're going to have to push harder to keep the tyres from getting too cold. Because that is definitely a thing that is to worry about as well. Anyway, let's call Bottas in, because he's got his setup sorted. Call Zhou in as well. They're still only on grey, so I haven't quite hit the optimal sweet spot yet. Okay. So we'll go with that. Just inch that back there. And we'll see how that is. They're getting closer though. Bottas is on 94% now, so I don't want to make huge changes just in case there's like, you know, it completely upsets the balance. As for Zhou, again, getting there, but not quite. Yeah, we'll go with that, see how that does us. We'd actually made it a little bit worse in that thing, so yeah. Anyway, let's carry on. They're very nearly at the full track acclimatization. You can also see things like events, you know, if there's like I don't know what undefined is, but if there's like yellow flags or incidents, you can see it happen there. Like get a recap of things that have happened. Anyway, let's carry on. Bottas and Zhou back out there for what will be the final run before qualifying. What happened to Alpine? Okay, so basically, Kieran, I'm going to continue doing the Alpine career in my own time. That's going to be sort of something I do in my own time, and yeah. This is going to be a different series. I'm going to be uploading this stream to YouTube, and it's going to be a sort of a series I'm going to try and do on YouTube at the same time. Yeah, so. And also, another reason I did it was because F1 Manager, the developers recently just updated the game and they've added a hard difficulty. Let me see if I can. Has it got it? Oh yeah, here you go, down here. So you obviously got standard, easy, hard. So obviously, so yeah, so I'm having it on the hardest difficulty to see if we can see how much of a challenge it will be to have what, in my opinion, is probably the worst car, probably the worst facilities. Literally the only saving grace we have is Valtteri Bottas being one of the stronger drivers on the grid. That's literally the only sort of positive we have. So we'll just have to wait and see. And then Zhou's like not the worst either. There's much worse than him on the grid too. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see what we can do. And hard mode is going to be interesting. Still only great. We have not hit optimal with Zhou's setup. So we may just have to go with the best that we can do. Sauber very much in the bin. Yeah, Alfa Romeo and Sauber are definitely not great. But okay, so they're done. And we still have not managed to hit the optimal sweet spot on the setup. Where are we going wrong? Okay, so it's just brake. Okay, so it's maybe just the braking. So I think if we make that little change there, maybe we'll get there. We'll change that, and then just have to go with that for qualifying. As for Bottas, still lacking somewhere in corners, so maybe if we go with that, and we'll see if that maybe gets there. Yeah, we'll go with that and see how that goes. Anyway, but yeah, that's going to conclude practice though. We'll see how we get on in qualifying, I suppose. Ugh. Right. This is where we now got to focus hard. Focus well. As practice comes to an end. And it's Charles Leclerc leading this session. So it's interesting because Sainz led FP1, Perez led FP2, and now Leclerc's led FP3. But obviously, it doesn't really matter for us. We're right at the bottom. Now, I do believe when Zhou actually gets his setup sorted, he'll be more in the 90s for preparation. But we'll see.
We're moving on now to the all-important qualifying session.
Bahrain's track is dusty and abrasive, and even under the floodlights, qualifying is tough on soft tyres. Teams will need to use their tyre allocations wisely.
Now, there's been a bit of talk about Sergio Perez of late. How's he going to be feeling, do you think?
They had an excellent performance in practice, setting a solid lap time. They must be feeling confident. But confidence doesn't necessarily mean success in Formula One.
So stay with us, folks. It's sure to be a good one.
It sure should indeed. We'll have to wait and see though. So we're hoping to maybe at least get one driver in the top 15. Maybe Bottas can pull it out for us, but It's gonna be a tall order, that's for sure. Now I swear I changed that, but we'll change it back anyway. There we go. So we'll just have to hope that's good enough. If it is, great. If it isn't, tough shit, I guess. But yeah, nothing more to say. Let's get qualifying 1 underway.
We should have the green light now.
Should do indeed, and Ferrari making the first move. Oh, and there's Gasly coming out as well. I may as well send one of my guys out, so let's send Bottas, Valtteri Bottas out to get a first run in, see where we stand. Obviously, there's a few different cameras to go by. You've got the broadcast camera, you've got the onboards, rear onboard, proper close-up, front wing camera, which is really cool. My opinion should have gone with Williams, so then you have a marker and you still need to improve stuff, but still. Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. I just fancied trying and give myself a challenge. I knew Alfa Romeo was probably the worst car. Make sure you max out your centre and helipad. Well, I've already got them constructed because with Alfa Romeo, they don't even have them built. So, yeah, I've already got them built. That's for sure. Don't you worry about that. We will look at that in the next stream. Like I said, I'm only doing 1 race per stream. So, yeah, no doubt about it. We will definitely have to work on that, that's for sure. But we'll get to that soon enough. Right then, let's see what Bottas can do. We got Leclerc's out there as well. Gasly is out there too. My old Alpine team. There's Lando Norris out there too. Leclerc will be the first one on a lap, so we'll say with him for now, I guess. Off he goes then. He's straight on. Gasly not far behind.
You'll find a clear track ahead of you. Go push when you're ready.
So yeah, Leclerc's on it. And then Bottas right behind. Just about to start is that, so we'll stay on board with our boy Valtteri Bottas. See what he can do. Now that he's passed, I'm going to send Joe out as well to get on it. That Williams, I'm not sure, but either way, let's hope he doesn't get in Bottas' way. It is an Alpine Ocon, I believe, or like that, so he doesn't. Oh, that's good, he stopped. Okay, so it looks as though they've improved that, because sometimes they don't usually just stop, they will actually stop and get out of the way now. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's a nice little improvement to see. Bottas easing it into turn 10. So raced Bahrain last night in F1 XL. It was a bit of a mess of a race in Div 1, if I'm brutally honest. Definitely some controversy. Let's just say that. Leave it at that for now. Stay focused on Bottas. He's coming through sector 2. So we've got a couple more turns to do. Yeah, the Red Bull gets straight out of the way. I like that. They've changed that now, so they will absolutely make sure to get out of the way, not to hold up Polylap. So Leclerc's on a 30.5. Gasly about 1.4 seconds off the pace. Where do we go in comparison? We cross the line, and we are 2 seconds off the pace.
Stay negative in the delta. Slow in.
Oh dear.
Good.
Well, I suppose we should have expected that. Joe's about to start his lap, so we'll see what he can do in comparison, I guess. But we'll speed this one up a little bit by about 2 times speed. Just stay on board and see what he can do in comparison. What? I heard controversy. All I'll say is, Kieran, ask Harrison about it. That's really all you need to know. That's all I'm going to say. Because I feel like it's one of those. I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I am in trouble. It's one of those sort of things. Anyway, never mind. So Joe on his way. I think, is that Norris ahead of him. Just, yeah. Hopefully the McLaren will not get in the way. Look at that! That's so much better now. That's a really good improvement they've made, because I remember before they would just get in the way every time. They actually move out of the way now. That's really cool. Oh, he sent me. Yes, quite. That's all. Let's not say any more on that one. Anyway, Bottas back in the pits. And Joe crosses the line. Where's he going to go? He goes behind. Oh, God, that is quite a ways off.
Follow Delta, minus on target. So back to mode charge and cool the engine.
That's more than half a second off Bottas. I mean, and he wasn't held up by what I could see. Joe was not held up as Sargent goes 8th fastest between the two guys. So that's a poor lap by Joe, has to be said. Either that or maybe it's a really good lap by Bottas. I don't know. But yeah, either way, we may as well go again with both guys. We're not really expecting to get through the Q3, that's for sure. Maybe one of them can get through the Q2, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll put a fresh set of sauce on both guys, see what we can do. But yeah, it's not looking promising. Albon's gone 8th fastest, Tsunoda 10th fastest. Now, did we get it right with the setup? 94%, so about, yeah. As for Joe, 96%. So not bad, but not perfect. Got a yellow flag. De Vries has gone 13th. Okay, so Bottas leads ahead of De Vries and Sargent. Magnussen spins on turn 13. Okay, so Magnussen having a spin. No worries. Just speed through this again. And yeah, Piastri's on 17th. Magnussen obviously has had a bit of a moment. That's why he's down 20th. So, but Hulkenberg's shown what the pace of that Haas truly could be. It has become very difficult to get perfect, which is good. I know there's like websites you can do to cheat, but I don't believe in that personally. I personally think you should try and do it yourself and see how close you can get. But it has become a lot more tricky to get it perfect. You've got to... trust me, it's possible. I've done it. It is definitely possible, but it's definitely harder than it was. Anyway, we're going to wait till about sort of 3.5 minutes. And then send Bottas and Zhou out. We're going to send Zhou out first this time, though. We'll stay on board with the Chinese driver this time. And then Bottas will be right behind him. Okay. Yeah, that's it. The Haas starts off with a fairly good car. The driver lineup is average, but you know what? Hulkenberg and Magnussen can occasionally sort of
works the brakes.
they can occasionally sort of upset the apple cart a little bit and put in some good drives. Yeah, the car's decent.
Watch for cars on pit exit.
The facilities are not great either, though, but definitely better than Alfa's, that's for sure. Like I said, the only benefit Alfa really has is Valtteri Bottas, really. They have a fantastic driver. That's about the only good thing we can say about this team right now. Hulkenberg, yeah, it's not as good as Magnussen tyres, but when I was doing, when I briefly played a bit of Haas career, I didn't find much difference between them personally. But I don't know, maybe I did. Maybe things have changed since then, I don't know. As for Alpine, Ocon was always... It was really close between Ocon and Gasly. Ocon was always just a little bit worse on his tyres, but interestingly, like obviously for season 3, I obviously got rid of Ocon because his contract was up. I decided to gamble on Théo Pourchaire. Worked though. Pourchaire got 4th place in Bahrain, so that was good. Not quite as good in Saudi. He was only 10th. They're the only two I've done so far. But yeah, Ocon and Gasly were very evenly matched, but Ocon was always just a little bit
traffic light
off, but not by much.
Now. Go.
Well, here we go then. Final runs of Q1. Now, can we get into Q2 or not?
Mode push when you're ready. Mode push.
It's going to take a bit of a worldly lap, I think, from Bottas here. Because it's pretty clear we definitely have the worst car. I think we definitely do. It's not like far off from like AlphaTauri, and then obviously Piastri and Sargent being new. I think they just come with rookie tax to begin with. Piastri can develop into a pretty good driver, but it takes time. It really does take time. Anyway, Zhou is up on sector 1, so that's good to see. He's improving. What about Bottas? Is he going faster? Yes, he is. That's good. They're both improving. Let's actually have a look at the sectors. 27.5 for Zhou, 27.5, fractionally faster for Bottas, so quite evenly matched. Bottas now coming through that 20 turn 10. We've got a yellow flag. Let's see who it's for. Interestingly, Nick De Vries has gone 15th ahead of Sargent is locked up, so we should at least out-qualify Logan Sargent then. As long as Zhou can get a decent lap in here. And he improves in sector 2 as well. 41.4 for Zhou Guan Yu. What does Bottas do in comparison? 41.4 for Zhou. 41.5. So Zhou actually only by 1,000, but he's a little faster than Bottas in that sense. So this could be a bit of an improvement for Zhou Guan Yu here. Is he going to get a Q2, Q1? No, only 17th fastest. That's for Bottas. Needs a bit of a worldly final sector, and I don't think he's going to manage it somehow. No. He went faster, but he's actually slower than Zhou by 0.003 of a second. So unfortunately, that is it done already for us. We're out in Q1. 17th and 18th. That's the best we could do. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, we knew it was going to be hard, but yeah, 17th and 18th, the best that Alfa Romeo could do there. That's all we can manage. We'll continue to the qualifying 3 results. Oh, it shows us, and it's Sergio Perez that gets pole position. Interesting. So Max had been leading in Q1 and Q2, but Perez pulls off a worldly lap, and Verstappen drops the ball. And Leclerc even gets ahead of him. Carlos Sainz not right in the mix as well. Then you got the 2 Astons of Alonso and Stroll. Then Russell and Hamilton 7 and 8. Then it's the 2 Alpines of Gasly and Ocon. Lando Norris gets 11th place. A good effort by Lando. Hulkenberg gets 12th. Tsunoda 13th. Magnussen 14th. Albon in 15th. And obviously, yeah, De Vries will start ahead of us. Then it's us 2. And then Piastri and Sargent. And Sargent obviously locking up cost him. I don't know what happened to Piastri. Maybe just didn't have the pace. I don't know. Either way, that's that.
Well, there's nothing quite like it. Welcome along to race day.
Bahrain has seen some of the most dramatic races in F1, like Sergio Perez's incredible 2020 victory, surging ahead from being last on the opening lap.
Now, Karun, what do you think of Sergio Perez's performance coming into this race?
Oh, there's no doubt they'll be delighted to be at the front of the grid. It's a well-deserved pole position and a great opportunity to bring home the silverware.
But which team has perfected the strategy that will see them prevail here at the Bahrain Grand Prix?
Right then. So yeah, unfortunately we didn't quite get our goals there. May have to stop guaranteeing Q2 appearances because I don't think it's going to happen. I don't really want to make any guarantees at the moment because I just don't think it's viable to make guarantees. So yeah, we're starting 18th and 17th. Not particularly ideal. Well, just real life, however, not pole. I know, it's mad. Right, so it is saying a 2-stop is the way to go, and I can believe that, to be honest, because I get the feeling if we look at the 1-stop idea, it's just not going to work, is it? If we have a look at that in comparison, yeah, look at that, it's significantly slower than a 2-stop. We just have to stick with that. So soft, medium, soft, or soft, soft, medium will be the way to go, yeah. So, yeah, I think so. I think it will be soft, soft, medium. I think if we have Zhou do the soft, soft, medium, we'll have Bottas do soft, medium, soft. We can actually have a pace. We can actually tell him to push a little more. You know, so... 19. So yeah, 19 laps, then 18 laps, and then 20 laps. I think that's perfect for that. So it'll be the same sort of deal for Bottas. We'll do soft, medium, soft, so it'll be 90 laps, then 20 laps, and then 18 laps. Well, it makes you know we should probably do 18, then 21 and 19. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go 1:18:39, and then we got obviously in this one we've got 1:19:37. That works. Yeah, brain cool. Hello. Don't start the mediums. Just start gives them like 5% immediately creep. Yeah. Right. We're gonna have to push hard at the start. Try and make some positions up early on. I always do this, to be honest. I always have them push hard at the start. Okay. Not much more to say. I say we get on with it. Bahrain Grand Prix time, baby!
Here in Sakir, the floodlights are on, and it's nearly time for 57 laps around the Bahrain International Circuit. Logan Sargent, definitely one to keep an eye on today.
Starting in 20th, the points are a long way off. Can they get a good start here and push for a respectable finish?
Right, let's get to it then.
Logan Sargent starting behind us, so we've got to try and keep that Williams behind us if
This
we
is
can.
it, the Bahrain Grand Prix. And it's lights
out, away we go.
And away we go.
We are off. And are we getting an okay start? I think Bottas has had the better start here. And they're side by side. Bottas has the inside line, and they all have to slow down for turn 1, unsurprisingly. And they're easing it round. Yeah, it looks like Bottas has had the better start here, and he gets up into 17th place then. So Bottas then up ahead now. Let's see if he can. He needs to try and stick with Nick De Vries if he can. So just got to try and stick with him. Have to keep an eye on those tight temperatures. Obviously, like I said, always best to keep you. Just keep a little eye on those temperatures. You don't want to get them too hot, otherwise it just ruins the consistency of the tyre completely. Just keep pushing for now. We've got a yellow flag. Not sure what's happened there. It looks like maybe someone just ran wide. Oh yeah, Sargent ran wide. You can see that further back. So struggling to stick with Bottas at the moment. He pulled out a pretty good quali lap, but Bottas looks to have the pace on him here. Unsurprisingly, I suppose. Now falling into Piastri's clutches. Fastest lap being traded by the Red Bulls and Ferraris, who are leading up front. No surprise there, I suppose. We've got to focus on our own race though, and the tyres are getting hot, so let's cool them down. Let's go into standard.
We need to slow down. Copy that.
Yeah, we can't let these tyres overheat. We've got to keep them under control. So we'll just ease off on the pushing. So Bottas he's all over Nick De Vries here, so maybe he can pull an overtake here. So let's see if we can get him being a bit aggressive here. I don't believe Bottas is normally that aggressive. I'd have to double check. I'm not sure. But we'll see if we can maybe pull a bit of an overtake on De Vries. So he's keeping with us now, so that's good at least. So midfield all seems still fairly condensed at the moment. Norris has got the jump on Pierre Gasly, interestingly. And he's actually holding up the Alpine, I think. Come on, Bottas, let's see if you can get him. Come on, come on. We're going to have to back off on the fuel in a minute as well, and also on the ERS.
enabled.
So, yeah, we're going to have to... See, what I usually do now is I start having a little bit of just popping them up a little bit. So basically, obviously you've got the fuel commands, push, balance and conserve. You've got the push commands, obviously, you know.
Charge.
And then obviously with the ERS, you've got deploy, which just burns it. You've got neutral, which keeps
Mode
it
charge.
neutral. Top up, you still push, but you're just going a little easier on the braking. It reduces lap times a little bit. And then you've got harvest, where you are fully conserving and you'll be a lot slower, but you will get your battery back. I find going into harvest is not... It's best not to do that unless A, you can afford to, or B, there's a safety car. Top up is usually a safer option. You're not pushing, but you are getting your battery back a little bit here and there. I just find, unless you really feel it's necessary, it's best not to go into full harvest mode. So we're in a bit of a DRS train here at the moment. There's not really a lot we can do. All we can do is sort of keep an eye on Piastri behind, make sure he isn't making a move on Joe. Bottas has got to try and stick with De Vries, who does seem to be struggling to stay with Magnussen a bit. But likewise, Bottas can't seem to live with De Vries' pace at the moment. So we might just have to tell Bottas to push a little harder, just to stay with him.
We can push more. Copy.
It's not looking good. And Joe's struggling to stay with Bottas at the same time. Can't lose
Okay,
this
to
DRS
push
train,
one more
guys.
step,
Come on.
push one more step.
Push a little more.
Yeah, copy.
Reese does not have DRS on Magnussen, but we are not getting DRS on him either, which is a problem. Those at least back in Bottas's DRS, which is good. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Sorry. We're gonna have to stop the harvesting with Bottas. We've got to try and push up. This is the problem. We just don't have the pace in the car right now. There's just not much we can do. We can't seem to push up. We don't have any ERS to speak of. We've got to keep an eye on the tyres. It's just not doable right now.
Look after your tires.
Okay, Valtteri, we need to slow down. Copy.
Car's just not quick enough right now. We're losing out. We're losing out. I have a feeling Piastri and Sargent might be about to pull some moves on us too. This isn't looking very good, is it? We have the worst car. Like, it's unquestionable now. We absolutely have the worst car on the grid. It's more a case of trying to hold Piastri and Sargent behind us now. There's nothing else we can do, really. It's just nothing. The car is awful. The drivers are trying their best, but there's just nothing we can do. We're going to need some safety car luck if we're going to get anything from this race. So we may as well not. May as well speed up a little bit here and there. Not try to go crazy though, obviously. Take Gresham down a bit. The only good thing is Piastri and Sargent can't seem to make any inroads on us, so that's a good thing at the very least. Not much more to say really right now. We're just in a bit of a slow car and can't really keep up. It's just a case of wondering when Piastri is going to lose his patience and go for a move. You seem to be looking after the tyres better than the AI do. That's definitely one thing, I suppose. Piastri's still lurking, but can't really make a move on us yet. Got to make sure we keep showing that DRS though. Otherwise he's going to be a sitting duck, and unfortunately Bottas is pushing a little too hard now. He's getting away, but I've got to push. I can't just have him back off. But here comes Piastri. I think he's seen an opportunity because we pushed a little. He pushed hard with Bottas, and oh yeah, Piastri's got through. Damn it, that's not good.
Difficult to keep up.
Keep pushing.
See if we can maybe get it back.
You're okay to push for now.
Copy.
Maybe we can get it back if we use overtake straight away, but no, Piastri's in DRS range already. Bottas. Piastri's got DRS already, so it's done. Move is over.
Charge on.
Copy.
Aye.
We need management.
Copy.
Yeah. Piastri's probably going to make fairly easy work of Bottas now as well.
We need to get these tyres to last.
Copy.
Look what we can do here. But maybe we could use this to our advantage, actually. Piastri might have the pace over us. So what if we let him go now? Let's see if we can use him maybe to drag us along a little bit.
Mode charge.
Oh yeah, copy.
We could maybe use him to pull us along towards De Vries, because I do think that McLaren I mean, I say that, I think it should be a faster car than the AlphaTauri, but then again, Norris is behind Tsunoda now, so maybe not. Although that being said, Tsunoda is on the softs, Norris is on the medium tyres, so that could be a reason for that too. Yeah, at the moment, really, the best thing we can do, really, is just hang on to Piastri and just try and see if there's any way we can, like, upset the apple cart, really. There's not much else we can do right now in this car. It's just not fast. And Joe can't even stay with Bottas in the DRS window. That's not ideal.
Speed up a bit.
Copy.
And now Sargent might sense an opportunity too. Yep. Right, so we need you to push now. We need you to get back on Bottas's
Auto check.
DRS.
Copy.
Good. See you later, Ray. Thank you very much for popping in. I'll do my best. Yeah, Joe just can't live with Bottas at all. Bottas just... This is what I'm basically doing here. I'm just sort of like hanging back, letting it sort of get my DRS back up to a decent level. The only thing Joe seems to have over Bottas, he does seem to be a little bit better on his tyres. Otherwise, Bottas is pretty much better in every way by the look of it. So just looking down the field. So Verstappen's now got clear of Leclerc. Perez is lurking. Not really able to... Or I think he's just made a move on Sainz right behind. Then you've got the two Aston Martins all on the road in 5th and 6th. Hamilton, then Russell. Russell does have Ocon for company in the fight for 8th. And Hulkenberg running in 7th on his own. Ahead of Gasly, interestingly. I think, yeah, Gasly's on the mediums, that'd be white. Okay, so Joe's got back into DRS range, so that's good at least.
Back off of it.
Copy.
Okay, so that's good. He's managed to repel Logan Sargent. Very much still in this fight. This is basically our fight right now. This is a fight for 17th. There's very little else we can do unless something happens. Unless something really crazy happens, this is our fight. This is all we can fight for. 17th place, really. Because Piastri doesn't seem to have the pace to catch the cars ahead. Which is surprising me. I thought De Vries at the very least would have dropped off, but no, he's managed to hang on to the train. Fair play to him for it. Once again, Joe's dropped off of Bottas again, which is not ideal. I think this time Sargent might sense a move coming. But no, not close enough. Nowhere near close enough. Okay, interesting.
Okay, Valtteri, we can start to push a bit more.
Copy.
Oh, the yellow flag. Someone went wide. Oh, it was Nick De Vries ran a little wide. Okay, interesting. Right, let's see if we can... I think I'm a bit tired of being behind this McLaren. Let's see if Bottas can make a move. Maybe not here. Oh, he is going for it there. Never mind. He went for it. I can pulled it off as well. Fair play, lad. Okay. Well, let's push. Let's see if we can get a bit closer to the De Vries.
Right push.
Why not? Let's give it a try. Oh, Joe and Sargent meanwhile fighting it out for 19th.
We need to start to protect these rear tyres.
All good.
Interesting. Bottas has got a bit of a jump on Piastri there, and Joe's still holding off Sargent, although he's having a look around the outside. Can't make the move though. Restart. Push, push, push. Yeah, I agree. We should definitely be pushing. Just really concerned about tyre temperatures.
Okay.
But you're right, we should definitely push.
Mode push. Mode push.
Copy.
Ooh, has Piastri lost the DRS? He has. Nice. Nice one, Valtteri. Let's go then. Come on. Let's use this to our advantage. That's good. We're starting to gain on De Vries. So now that De Vries has dropped off the DRS train, he does seem to be struggling a little bit now. So maybe we can catch him still. Okay, pit window is getting close to Bottas, so despite the overheating, I think we just have to keep pushing. I think we just have to keep going. Yeah, Bottas can manage it. He's sort of in the yellow sort of area. How's his tyres looking? Fairly good, actually, yeah. Because if you remember, like I said, we could change it to be a push mode. So, yeah, we're fine. Don't have to worry too much about the overheating. We can just push. And Bottas is definitely... He's definitely gaining on Nick De Vries. So 16th may not be completely out of the question here. He's doing well. This is why we hired him. Okay, pit window's open, so we'll be coming up soon. Bottas very much on a roll now. He's set at 39.3. De Vries did a 40.2 last lap. So now that he's out the train, we have the advantage over him, it seems. Bottas is also slowly gaining back on Oscar Pastry ahead of him. See if we can get in that DRS window. I think we have got him. Okay, so the Alfa Romeo pace is coming on strong a little later, which is good. Piastri has really burnt up his sauce. What the hell has he done to them? We seem to have really conserved our sauce a lot better than the AI have. Which is really intriguing to me.
Charge on.
In fact, Max Verstappen has actually made the first pit stop. He's already had to pit then. So he's going to come out behind Ocon, I want to say. Yeah, Ocon's going to be ahead of him, that's for sure. Obviously, it's not really our fight, so we don't really need to worry about it. But Bottas continues to push and really started to put some distance between himself and Piastri now. So the Alfa Romeo, it seems to be good on its tyres. If nothing else, it seems to have some good tyre usage. Let's see if Zhou can make a move. He doesn't really have any ERS to speak of, though. That's the problem. They do murder their sauce here. Seems that way, doesn't it? I mean, we've definitely looked after them a lot better than the AI have. Come on, Zhou. See if we can make a move here. Let's see if we can get Piastri here. Get that over. Go for an overtake. Get it. Still got Sargent to worry about behind as well. Leclerc's in the pits. Model overheating on the tyres, I know, but we have to keep pushing. We can't afford to back off. Just gonna have to deal with the overheating at the moment, I think. Norris pits as well, as does Alex Albon. Safety car now would be really helpful because pit stop's coming in a couple of laps. We've got a yellow flag. There's been a crash. Who's caused it? What's happened?
And oh dear,
let's have a look.
Max Verstappen.
Max Verstappen? Okay, so he's chasing down Ocon here. Oh, Ocon gave him no room. I don't know whose fault that was. Ooh, now does he have damage, I wonder?
And you can just feel the frustration from the team watching on the monitors.
It doesn't look like either one got blamed, so maybe it's just down to racing incident. I think Max does have a little bit of damage on that front wing on the left side. Nothing major, but it might hinder him a little bit. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's going to hinder Max. And that's the danger you face when you have to make overtakes like that. So Sargent is pitted. Incident involving Ocon under investigation. No penalties given. That's pretty cool. I like that. I haven't seen that before. Yeah, these tyres are really heating up now. I think the pit stops are going to have to come soon. Yeah, Bottas's next lap shows a lap after, which is fair enough. Once Stroll comes in. Both Hasses are in, so the Hasses are double stacking. Interesting call by them. Got another yellow flag. Leclerc's had an off, that's what. He's locked up into turn one. Interesting. Okay. So Piastri pits. Now I wonder if the gap... Could we double stack this? The gap's surely big enough between Bottas and Zhou. I think we can. So I think we're actually going to do the same strategy. We're going to go aggressive. Both of them are going on softs. And they're both coming in this lap.
So, box.
Copy, box.
I think the gap is big enough that we can risk a double stack here.
A box is a box.
Copy, box.
We need to react anyway because Piastri and Sargent have both pitted. So let's just push like hell to get the most out of these tyres.
More push, more push.
Copy.
Yeah, gap's like 4.9 seconds, 5 seconds. As long as we don't have a pit mistake, we should be able to double stack this. Maybe put De Vries under some pressure if he doesn't pit this lap. Yeah, gap's 5 seconds, and yeah, Joe would be under pressure from Norris if he didn't pit this lap. So I think double stack is the correct option here. Been a few incidents here and there, but so far our guys have kept out of trouble, which is good. Verstappen now sets the fastest lap, and that's despite having a damaged front wing from what we saw. It wasn't heavy damage, but I'm sure there was a little bit on the left side. Anyway, pit stops are going to happen. In we come. Bottas in. Show not far behind him.
Copy, Joe.
Go for the double stack, see if we can pull it off. Here we go. Not bad, not bad. Oh, look at that!
Okay, now I think
Not bad. 2.9 for Bottas, 2.7 for Zhou. That was a good double stack. That was almost perfect. Oh, there's been a problem. I think my thing's disconnected. One sec. Just going to pause it. I think my thing's had a bit of a dodgy connection. Just give me a second, guys. I will fix this. There we go. What do you think about what? As in like a replacement for Zhou, is it? I don't know. I've had a few ideas in mind. Maybe Daniel Ricciardo as well could be an option. Potentially, if for a short-term sort of thing. Yeah. Anyway, we are back. Yeah, sorry, the Elgato disconnected briefly, so yeah, I had to go fix that. Okay, so interestingly, they haven't made any kind of. So Sargent's managed to undercut Zhou, but Piastri hasn't. That's interesting. That is very interesting. So Sargent got the undercut, Piastri, then maybe there was a mistake on their pit stop or something, but so we've actually overcut Piastri, but we've been undercut by Sargent. Now what about De Vries, who's still not pit? He's really pushing his tyres long then. That's going to be to his detriment, I think. Push a little bit on the fuel again. I usually like to go to sort of like minus 0.5, 0.6 and then back off. That's what I usually do anyway. Joe has got Piastri right behind him, but at the moment nothing Piastri can do. Got to keep an eye on those tyre temps. Once they get a little bit too hot, I'll ease off to just normal aggression. So yeah, I think it's about 115. Yeah, so we'll go to that and then on to normal aggression. Bottas is doing well here though. I do generally think he's going to undercut De Vries here. I think De Vries has stayed out way too long on these softs. He's in the pits now. Yellow flag. Didn't see who that was. Ooh, Tsunoda with a lockup. Ooh, interesting. So Yuki's had a lockup into the final corner. Okay, AlphaTauri looking a little bit more exposed now. That's good. Come on, Bottas, let's go. Maybe 15th could still be on the cards here. And yes, we have indeed undercut Nick De Vries. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Oh, I tried to get Mick, but he was asking for like 3 million. Yeah, a little too much. I agree. Let's go. Oh, Piastri though, all over the back of Zhou Guanyu. But I've just noticed Sargent and De Vries are both on the medium compound tyre. So we should at least at this stage have the edge over them. So let's see if we can push Joe up to Sargent. Maybe we can get him back ahead.
Copy.
Let's go. Let's go, champ. The double stack worked very perfectly for us, and now we've just got to keep going. Yeah, Jamie B, my man, how you doing? Bottas is definitely closing on Yuki because of his lockup. He took a lot of its tyres in doing it. We are going to have to back off on the fuel though. This Alpha does seem to be very fuel hungry.
Valtteri, confirm we need some lift off.
Yeah, copy.
We're going to have to back off show on the ERS
And
as
lift
well.
off.
Copy.
Not quite in Sargent's
Shut off,
DRS,
shut
but we're not far
Copy.
off. Let's just ease off on the temperatures a
Just
little
look
bit.
after your tires, especially on the rears.
That'll be the
Copy.
Ferrari engine, yeah. Oh, unlucky, man. Yeah, we need you back in PRS soon, Jamie, man. Definitely. But that's fair enough.
Valtteri, we need to slow down.
Yeah, I did a little bit of a Vegas special with a bit of Elvis involved. Okay, so De Vries is now starting to gain on Bottas. He's on fresh medium, so he will have a bit of a tyre advantage on us, but that's all right. We're in a fight. We are at least in a fight here, which is good. Just got to keep those tyre temperatures in check here, if we can. But maybe we can push a little bit with Bottas. We start deploying a little bit to catch up to Yuki.
Mode push, mode push.
Ferrari is fuel efficient, but yeah, it can be. It could be Bahrain as well. I think Bahrain does tend to drink the fuel a bit.
Okay, Valtteri, you can work your tyres more.
Copy.
Oh, showing Piastri going at it to avoid the wooden spoon. You're going to try and get Lawson, huh? Okay. So, in my Alpine career...
I tried.
yes, you did. In my Alpine career, I have... so, obviously, Ocon, his contract has ended, and he's now gone to Mercedes. I've actually taken a gamble and put my, at the time, reserve driver, Thierry Pourchaire, in the main seat. And I've got Isaac Hadjar in the reserve seat now. Mostly because he's quite young. He's definitely got some talent to him. So I figured maybe it'd be a talent to nurture sort of deal. That's what I've done in Alpine. I don't know what I'm going to do for Alfa Romeo, but we've got a long way to go before we even worry about that, to be fair. So I think the best thing to do at the moment is just sort of let Piastri do his thing, just hang on behind him, get our ERS back a little bit. That's for Bottas. Still clear of Nick De Vries, which is good. Just got to keep an eye on those temperatures. He's 7 years younger and quicker pace than Nick, but everything else is worse. Okay. Ooh, yellow flag. What's happened? Oh, that's what's happened. Shows how to spin. Fuck.
There's a yellow flag now.
What's happened there then?
Things were going smoothly.
Oh, god damn it.
That's the spin. Oh, dearie me.
Spinalla for Guan Yu Zhou. That's not good. Well, that's annoying. Well, now he's completely out of... he's completely off the pace now. May as well just... May as well just get those tyre temps back under control and then just manage it. Okay, Bottas, you are hope then. You've really got to rely on you now, as I sense we would have to. Again, just got to be careful with these tyres.
We need to get these tyres to last.
Copy.
Oh, what happened to all my strategies? Oh, well, okay. It don't matter. I know what I'm doing anyway. I'm doing the same thing Joe's doing, basically, so... it's fine. Probably push like lap 37 and then go on to the mediums for 20 laps. You're going to go with Lawson, are you? Fair play, fair play. Trying to keep the temps under control. Got to know when to push and when not to push. We're doing admirably at the moment with Bottas, but it's really the only thing going well for us at the moment. Everyone's sort of spaced out at the moment. De Vries is keeping us on our toes, though. This medium seem to be working well for him, which is a good sign for us. Maybe when we get on the mediums, we'll have some decent pace too. But yeah, at the moment, oh, yellow flag. Can't see who that is.
Suddenly yellow ahead.
Oh, it's Alonso.
Now we can see what happened. Now we're at turn 11 now.
Same place Zhou had his mistake. Oh yeah,
The wheels
big
just
lock
lock
up,
there.
big lock up
And
for
they ended
Alonso.
up their own passenger.
Okay, so that's not good for Fernando. Down in P6 then, but he is still under no pressure from Mercedes, so there is that. Just got to try and get these temperatures down, but at the same time I've got to keep De Vries out of DRS range. I'm gonna have to push again.
We can start to push a bit more.
Copy.
As for Joe, he can get back to standard. He's got his temperatures under
So you
control
can
now.
push a further step, can push a bit more.
But really, Joe's kind of out the equation now, unless there's a mistake made by Piastri or Sargent. Bottas is the focus here. He's got a chance of maybe fighting Tsunoda for 15th. But the AlphaTauris, both of the AlphaTauris are a factor here. 15th would probably be the best we could ever hope for in this race. Let's see if we can get it done. We are starting to close in on Yuki a little bit by bit because of Tsunoda's lockup. His tyres are a lot worse than ours. That is helping us to just ease in on him a little bit, fraction by fraction, which is good. Keep pushing, keep pushing. We're getting closer and closer. Are we going to get in DRS range? Not quite. We are very, very close to Yuki though. Come on. Might be back in PRS week after this if work allows. Can change my train back. Ah, well that'd be good. Like I said, always great to see you if we can, Jamie. Now, did Bottas get DRS? I think he did. Yes, he did. That's really good news. Okay, so now we'll just back off a little bit just to
Yeah, copy.
manage things. But we are in the fight here with the AlphaTauris, which is really good. Bottas is doing bits for us, as I was hoping he would do. Come on, Valtteri. We just fell out of DRS there because I had him back off a bit. We do have the advantage on power over the AlphaTauri's Honda engine, I think. I think the Ferrari is a better engine, but it's usually close. But yeah, we are. This is good. This is
Start to
good.
protect
This is
these
good.
rear tyres.
Copy.
Just got to manage this now. Try and get some ERS back. Got to keep Tsunoda under pressure though. Keep going, Valtteri. Keep going, Valtteri. Doing really well. It'll be Japan, will it? Ooh, very nice. Yellow flag. I think that's Ocon. Is that the mistake there? Yeah, he's ran wide a little bit, and then a lock up. Yeah, I can see he's dropped behind Gasly. Yep. Won't need to worry. Don't need to see every little thing though, so we'll just keep an eye on our own fight. I think Tsunoda's got a bit of a wake-up call from us. I think he's pushing a little harder. Keep us out of DRS range. Which is fair enough. He has done that. That's fair enough. We'll have to push a little harder ourselves then.
You can work your tyres more.
We just got to keep pushing and yeah, keep going, keep going. Keep it going, going. Keep it going, going, going. Keep going, going. Keep it going, going, going. We're getting close. Yeah, we're back in the DRS range again. I'm just wondering if we should maybe go for the overtake here. I feel like we have the pace advantage over Tsunoda. If we can get past, maybe we can pull away. De Vries is going to start becoming back to us as well because he's on the medium, so... Yeah, perhaps we should go for this overtake, I think. I think we should go for this. Come on, Valtteri, let's go.
So, mode push, mode push.
Copy.
Let's go for the overtake on the AlphaTauri ahead. Push, push. Come on. He's definitely defending, you can tell. But Bottas has the inside, brakes later, and we're ahead. Very nicely done, Valtteri. And we get the double dosage of DRS, let's go. Another yellow flag. That is Ocon again, I think. Having a bit of a nightmare.
We need to slow down.
Right, no, keep pushing, keep pushing. We've got to try and break that DRS, Tsunoda. Keep pushing.
Start to push more.
So line up for my AlphaTauri is Yuki, Liam and Teo. That's a good lineup. It's a really good lineup, actually. I think we got him. I don't think Tsunoda's going to get DRS here. Oh no, he just got it. He just about got it, a lucky bastard. Keep pushing. I know we are overheating the tyres, but we've got to push to try and shake, rattle and roll Yuki, and I think this time he isn't going to get DRS. No, he is not. Tsunoda's nowhere near us this time, so we can ease off a little bit for the temperatures now. Yep, no DRS open for that AlphaTauri. We're clear. Nice one, Valtteri. Let's go. Chat, I'm leaving you here. My signal can't handle the stream and trying to work out why my train is going 10 miles an hour. Oh, God. No, well, I hope your train is all right, whatever's going on. But thank you very much for jumping in, Jamie. Nice to see you. We're just carrying on for the moment. Maybe we can push a little bit with Joe. He's not really anywhere near the action, but... Yeah, Bottas has been the star for us today. We've got a yellow flag. That's Hulkenberg, I think, now. Oh, God, yeah, he's completely stopped.
Here we are then at the 11th corner. And nearly, just running wide. Really, they must be careful.
Yes, they must. Are we going to be behind them? We're going to be, we're going to be right behind Hulkenberg, who is just recovering. Could there be a bit more than 50 on the cars here, potentially? There's been cars have been struggling ahead of us. Come on, Bottas. You're in some good form right now. Let's see what you can do. Valtteri, it's Mark. Push like hell. It doesn't have the same ring as Valtteri, it's James, but you know what? It's fair enough. Don't matter. So we are going to be pitting... I think we're going to pit sort of like lap 37. I think will be the target for us. Yeah, lap 37 is going to be the target lap for us to pit. So I think that's when Joe will be pitting roughly. But yeah, for now we're okay. Just carry on doing our things. Joe is about to be lapped, I believe. Yeah, he's got Perez right behind him. So I think... Yeah, the two Red Bulls are right on Joe's case. I think Joe is going to be the first driver to be lapped. No surprise though, after his spin. There's always going to be bound to be a problem. For now, we'll just carry on. Keep doing our thing. Doing well to keep... We're actually gaining on Hulkenberg, I think, because of... he's on the medium tyres, which he's obviously probably taken a fair bit out of because of the lockup he had. Like I said, 14th is not impossible here. Bottas is really doing bits for us right now. Proving his worth to the team and then some at the moment. I did say straight from the beginning that he was going to be pivotal to us. Let's speed up a little bit more. Push a little bit harder. De Vries is now past Yuki as well, so I think those medium tyres are starting to really come back to him. Hulkenberg is in the pit, so clearly has had enough of those tyres. But what's he going on? Another set of mediums? No, another set of soft. There's no way he'll... 23 laps he's got to do on those tyres. That's a lot. So meanwhile has been overtaken by the Red Bulls. So... yeah, he's the first car to be lapped.
So you can push a bit more.
Copy.
Yeah, so just not having a very good time here. That's all at the moment. And yeah, as I suspected, De Vries is starting to gain back on us now. He's really starting to push. Which is unsurprising. The mediums probably are the better tyre at this point. Just going to have to try and hold on Irv a little bit longer. We're going to have to go on the medium tyres, of course. We've done 2 soft stints, so the mediums are the next one to go on. Tsunoda's in. Can we overcut potentially? No. Go and see. De Vries gaining. Still hasn't yet got DRS. Verstappen and Stroll pit. Verstappen's had a pit stop problem. So Red Bull were a rare mistake in a pit stop. Hydrate. Oh yeah, I got my chalky milk with me. I can hydrate, definitely. Job done. So a couple more laps and Bottas will be in. De Vries is all over him now though. Soft tyres, medium tyres I should say, definitely working better. It's all over the back of him. Albon's just pit as well. Okay, so Bottas has got to do one more lap and then he's coming in. He's going to be pitting lap 37 for the medium tyres. So I think it's fine. He can definitely push that long. He can push for another lap. But we may as well just go full on attack mode for him now to get the most out of these tyres. Same for Joe. Just get everything out of these tyres now. Because you are boxing this lap, my son. For the mediums.
Box, box. Box.
And yeah, so he's so far behind, we can definitely risk it. We can definitely do the double same stop, pit stop. Yellow flag. There's been a crash.
It's a big crash in turn 15. Watch for debris.
So this is Sainz and Alonso. Oh, and yet contact made. Oh dear, oh dear. I don't know if anyone got a penalty for that or not.
And box, is that? Box, box.
Copy, bumps.
Any word on any penalties? No, doesn't look like it. Interesting. I guess they saw that as a racing incident too. So we pit now. Norris is also in this lap, so I think we are making the right decision pitting this lap. Onto the medium tyres. 2.6 seconds, that's not a bad stop. For Valtteri, he's going to come out behind Tsunoda, but he will have the edge, I think. Or is he behind Tsunoda? No, he's still ahead of Tsunoda. Never mind, ignore me. That's good. Very good news. Right, let's go. We've got no chance of fastest laps. We may as well just manage things. Joe makes his pit stop. Oh, he's having a slow one though. Oh god.
I can't believe it.
Oh, Joe's day goes from bad to worse.
Watch white line.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So yeah, Joe's not having a good one at all. I'm tempted to just retire him, but we may as well stick it out. Bottas though continues to push well. Oh, that's Tsunoda making a move. Obviously, Tsunoda's tyres will be nice and warm. It's alright. It's okay. Focus, Valtteri. We're fine. We're fine. Stay focused. We're fine.
Mode charge. Mode charge.
Copy.
Makes sense that he passed us. He is on warmer tyres. Don't need to panic yet. Have a yellow flag. Someone spun. Let's see who.
And here we've got
Oh,
a yellow
George
flag.
Russell has a spin. Oh dear. Keyword yet. That's very true. Very, very true. So no, it does seem to be pushing, so I think we need to push too. Let's try and get a move on, shall we? What do you guys think? Should I just retire Joe at this point? He's so far behind. It might be worth just preserving the engine. It might be worth just letting him come in. I never like giving up, but what is the point? He's so far down. Yeah, I agree. We may as well just retire the car, preserve the engine a little bit. So, yeah, Joe's out of it. Made too many mistakes, and obviously the pit stop cost him too.
Boxes left, box. So Joe, we have the boxes left, box. We have issues.
Sorry, Joe. Your day's done. Right. Now, interestingly, Yuki seems to have the edge over us at the moment. Ocon and De Vries in the pits. Should jump De Vries. Yeah, easily. But he is going to be on the softs now, I assume. Yes, he is. So he will be very quick now. Compared to us, anyway. So we're going to have to push sooner rather than later. But Yuki is burning through those mediums quite quickly. So this might come back to us in a while. I don't think there's anyone else left to pit. No. Okay. So we've got 5 seconds on De Vries. We're about 2.5 behind Tsunoda. At the moment, all we can really do is just keep this pace up. I don't want to burn through the ERS any more than I already have. But at the same time, I don't think we can afford to go into top-up mode either. We need to just keep this pace up and just see what we can do. This may start coming back to us once. Oh god, I think the thing's disconnected again. Let me pause. Sorry, give me a sec. Yeah, I think I've got a slightly dodgy connection on my Elgato. It's something I might have to look into. Just happens now and again. God damn it. Badum. Badink. Yeah. What the fuck? Come on. Sorry, give me a sec, guys. Welcome to Elgato. Yeah, pretty much. There we go. Should be back now. Give me a sec. Yeah, we're back. Right. Anyway, sorry about that. But we are back. Yeah, at the moment, like I said, just got to keep pushing and hope that we can catch Yuki. It might come back to us in a few laps' time, potentially. Not really much else that we can do. We got to keep the fuel on point. Are we gaining? No, it's about saying the same, but De Vries isn't catching. Mediums seem to be the better tyre at the moment. I suppose because of how grippy the track is, I suppose you don't need the extra grip from the softs. I think Bottas is about to be lapped. 2 Red Bulls are right on him. Yeah, there they are. Okay, well, fair enough. We may as well use this to cool down the tyres. We know the laps is coming, and through they go. One and the other, and Carlos is not far behind. So we are going to finish this race a lap down. That does mean we can push a little bit harder though, which is fine. And that's allowed De Vries, unfortunately, to catch us. So maybe that's why he was so far behind, because of those. So maybe I was wrong about the tyres. I think the softs are working fine. It's just the fact that he was being lapped. That's what's caused him to. Yeah, and now he's back on the pace. Oh dear. So yeah, we're going to be in trouble here. But I think we need to stop. Need to stop harvesting now. Yuki is going to be getting lapped as well, though, so we've got to keep that in mind. So we should gain back a little time on him. But here comes Nick De Vries. Here he comes. Is he going to get through? I think he is. Yeah, he's got those soft tyres. They're working well for him. Nothing we can do. All we can do is stick with him. Hope that he can pull us along to his teammate. And we'll just push a little harder just to stay with him. Damned if the tyre's over here. We just need to push. Okay, so Yuki, we are catching, and he is still got to have Sainz lap him. Leclerc is catching us as well, and I don't think, yeah, Lance Stroll wasn't too far behind him either, so we've still got a couple of cars to get lapped for us. Interestingly, De Vries is actually faster than Carlos at this point. De Vries is actually on a really good turn of pace at the moment, 34.8. Carlos has last lap 35.7. So De Vries is actually faster than the leaders right now. Or at least the Ferrari is anyway. I think the Red Bull is still out in front, but interesting that De Vries seems to have the pace to unlap himself from one of these cars. Is he actually going to go for it? Is he actually going to unlap? He is! De Vries unlapped himself over Carlos Sainz. Interesting. I mean, if he's got the pace, fuck it. Why not? But now he's got to let him back pass, so that's annoying for him, but helps us. We are pushing like madmen just to try and stay with him. There ain't much else we can do. I mean, we've got no threat from Sargent behind. He's 11 seconds behind, so we've got no threat from him, so we may as well push to try and put the Alpha Tauris under some pressure. And the fact that he keeps unlapping himself over Carlos is actually not helping him at all. Because it's allowing us to sort of just ease back towards him. Which is definitely... Yeah, look at this. We're going to have an opportunity here. Yellow flag. Not sure what that's for. Either way. And now we've actually... Yeah, we've taken advantage of De Vries having to continuously let Carlos by. We took advantage of that. That's good. And now, Sainz is about to put a lap on Yuki. And we should be in DRS range. Yes, we are. Yes, come on. We've outsmarted AlphaTauri a bit there. And now we're right in the fight with both of them. Let's just fucking go for this, boy. Yeah, come on, Bottas! Let's go! 15th place, come on! We can do this! Remember, our sponsor target, well, it was for both drivers to be in the top 15, but okay, so maybe not, but well, at least one of them might manage it. Soft, medium, soft may have been the way. Yeah, De Vries seems really fast at this stage. That being said, at this point, though, nothing. He's continuously been screwed over by having to let Sainz pass, and Leclerc's going to be a factor in a minute as well. You might be right. I think soft, medium, soft may have been the better strategy, but hey, it's fine. We're on what we're on now. We just got to push to the end. The mediums can take some punishment, as we can see. So if we need to push like hell, we will push like hell. Leclerc is gaining, so he's going to be lapping all three of us in a minute. Lawson's about 9 tenths quicker than Yuki in quali. Interesting. The thing is, like, it's one of these things, like, even if a driver is, like, so much better than another, like, in the race, obviously Bottas has proven to be, you can still get, like, some odd results here and there. Like, Zhou actually outqualified Bottas today. But, obviously, the race has panned out a lot differently. In Alpine, I mean, Porsche had a really good race in Bahrain. Gasly had a bit of a nightmare in my Alpine career. So it's good that despite the stats, there is still some unpredictability in just how things can play out, which I think is really good. Oh, and we're back on Yuki's case, which is good. We just got to start conserving our ERS for a late charge, but Bottas wants pass right now. Fuck that, he said he wants pass. Okay. Fair enough, Valtteri, fair enough. Can you keep him behind you, though, is the question. He's just on 50%, so maybe his tyres are starting to go away from him a bit. Okay, let's go maximum attack here, Valtteri. Maximum attack. We've got the best, we've got the freshest tyres of anyone on the field right now, so fuck it. We'll just fucking push for this. Come on, Bottas, come on. You're doing really well here. Careful on that field. What's Yuki? Yuki ain't got nothing left. His mediums have had it. You might make Q3. Ooh. That'd be a good effort if you do. Alright, 3 laps to go. So not long for us to go. And Tsunoda is dropping off like a stone. Now, admittedly, I think Lance Stroll has been a reason for that. But still. That's fine. Just back off a little bit. Since we know that lap is coming from the Aston. I think once Stroll puts the lap on us, Yuki made it to QG but knocked out Lawson. Unlucky, unlucky. Right, now we push again.
And now you can push.
Copy.
And we've got a couple more laps. I think we should be able to hold on to this. th place would be a great reward for the effort put in. As weird as it is to say, it's probably the best we could do. So we're pushing like hell, and I think we do have the AlphaTauris covered. Don't forget, since we're not scoring any points, position is going to be key for the constructors, so we will be ahead of AlphaTauri by virtue of this 15th place. Which will be important. It could be very important because if we're not scoring points, the highest position will determine who's ahead. So we're going to be ahead of AlphaTauri. What do you mean wrong? I know for a fact that's how it works. No. Whoever the highest finish determines it. Trust me. You'll see in a sec.
15 in the end. Altogether a good race.
Good strategy. Good job.
Well, we'll see in a minute, won't we? I'm pretty sure though, it just depends on what their highest finish is.
That's a day Joe Guan Yu won't be hoping to repeat anytime soon.
They'll be very disappointed to have had their race end early. No driver wants that to happen, but now they just have to look forward.
Yep.
And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
Their first win of the season, and the team looking on will be very proud, I'm sure.
So despite having some damage from an incident involving Esteban Ocon, he still won. Bloody hell.
Here at the Bahrain Grand Prix. So then, Karun, in terms of the Alfa Romeo team, how will they be feeling after that?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think their main target now will be finding some consistency for sure.
And that is about that for this weekend's action here in Bahrain.
The teams now look ahead to the next round, where they'll duel it out in the sand dunes of Saudi Arabia.
Oh yes, very much so. So there we go then. Max Verstappen wins the first race in Bahrain. No surprise there. Over 1.5 seconds over Sergio Perez. Then the two Ferraris. Lance Stroll 5th. George Russell 6th. Fernando Alonso 7th. Lewis Hamilton finishes 8th. Pierre Gasly 9th. And Kevin Magnussen takes the final point in P10. As for us, 15th place. Probably the best we could have hoped for, realistically. It's a good result. Constructors. Now, I think I'm correct. Yes. There we go. So we are P9 by virtue of 15th place. I believe what it is the highest position by any driver in the team determines where you position if you are on the same amount of points. So for example, say if like Alpine and Haas were on the same amount of points right now, whoever had the highest position like of them would be there. In terms of pit stops, we did have a 2.6 second one by Alfa Romeo, which is not bad. So we got at least 1 point in that, in the fast pit stops, but we'll have to work on some of those things. Yeah, not much more to say really. Finances pretty average, not great, but hey ho, is what it is. And yeah, that's going to be it for this first episode of the Alfa Romeo career mode for F1 Manager 23. I will be uploading this to YouTube, so if anyone wants to watch this back or anything like that, if you want to share it on YouTube, I'm going to be putting it there. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. For anyone that was in the chat to be along with us, thank you very much. I will definitely do the next episode probably later on in the week at some point. We will have some designs completing just before Saudi, but we probably won't have enough time to actually build them for Saudi. But yeah, that'll be what we get up to in the next episode when we move on to the Jeddah circuit. For now though, I've been LS16. I've got to go and get ready for some other things to do, and I'll see you guys when the next stream, which will probably be, I don't know, tomorrow, Wednesday, something like that. But just keep an eye on my Twitter at LS16 Gaming, and yeah, and obviously on my YouTube channel, which is also LightShot16. Anyway, thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye now.